One of my favorite resources as a Spanish teacher is wordreference.com. This isn't so much solely a teaching reference or a teaching resource as it is a resource for learners. And so this is something that I also use as a Spanish learner a ton. So it's a dictionary of sorts, and you can see there are many different languages represented. But what I really appreciate is there's a lot of language that you might not find in a regular dictionary represented. So, for example, in Venezuela, they use the word pana to say friend or amigo. You might not find that in a regular dictionary, or if you did, it would come up as a form of tela, which is a material. So you see corduroy or velveteen. But then down here, it shows you in America Latina, informal way of saying friend. And then they give you sentences. Federico es mi pana y siempre vamos juntos. And then it'll translate that for you as well. And then one of the things I also really appreciate, especially about the more colloquial languages, are the forms down here. So, pana, amigo. So you open that up, and it'll say, a good friend of mine wrote me in an email, tú eres más que mi amigo, eres mi pana. What does that mean? And this guy says, in this context, pana is your buddy or your pal. Cool. If I click over, another kind of funky word is in Argentina, they say pibe for little kid. Pibe. If I click pibe, Argentina, Bolivia, Uruguay, they use it as niño or muchacho, which means boy or kid. And then again, they give you that sentence, cuando era pibe, solo pensaba en divertirme. Okay, and then down here again, you can read a little bit about that. Another thing I really like is that you can hear things. So if we look at the verbs, escuchar, for example, is the verb to listen. You can hear it.
Escuchar.
What does it sound like in Mexico?
Escuchar.
What does it sound like in Spain?
Escuchar.
And what does it sound like in Argentina, right? So there's a little bit of a different inflection. You've also got definitions, synonyms, the grammar, conjugators, and then in context and images that go with it. Down here, you're going to see a bunch of different ways, right? And so, escuchar, to listen or to pay attention. Listen, just to listen. Escucharse is to listen to yourself. And then if you come down here, it's going to give you more compound verbs, right? So, escuchar música, to listen to music. Hacerse escuchar, which means to make yourself heard, right? So a little bit different forms, and then again, a bunch of different forms and different things related to escuchar. One of the things I really appreciate is the conjugator. So you click into that, and it's going to give you the verb in all the different times. So present, imperfect, future, of the indicative, the subjunctive. Up here, you're going to have the infinitive, the participle, the pronominal. So there's just a lot of different resources as far as how to say different words, the different meanings. Down here, red letters, conjugations are exceptions. Blue letters are irregular forms. Escuchar doesn't have a lot of irregular forms, but something like jugar would have a lot of irregular forms. So you see all those blue are irregular stems. Yeah, so this is just one of my favorite things that I really like kids to play around with and know how to use, because when I have a question about something that I see in an online meme or in a social media post, something that's written in a way that isn't academically totally proper, this is where I go. This is kind of my strongest resource for figuring some of that stuff out. So I hope this was helpful.